Hey, how's it going? Otaku Mike here. Let's talk about Batman issue number 2. Warning, there will be spoilers, and make sure if you like the content that I create to like, subscribe, and comment down below. It helps people find my videos. So our story starts out with Bruce and Tim. They're walking about the Pennyworth Manor, and Damien's outside washing the Batmobile, and Bruce is like, today is the day you are going to learn something new, Tim. And Tim gets really excited because he thinks he's going to get to learn how to drive the Batmobile, but it turns out he's going to get to learn how to drive this old truck that Bruce has. We actually end up going to present day where we see these group of thugs. They're trying to rob this van. I don't know what's in the van at the moment, but they're trying to rob it. This is where we actually end up tying back into issue number 1, where we see Robin being held up at gunpoint because Robin thwarts these thugs, and the GCPD think that Robin's actually trying to rob the truck at this moment. So while in actually all the commotion, one of the officers ends up shooting one of the hooligans who happens to be left over, and he actually ends up killing him. Robin's like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be killing people. And then Robin tries to get away, and with his little bat boots that he has on, and he actually ends up getting shot in the side. And because of this, the police actually end up taking him in and putting him in the back of a van with a bunch of other criminals. And this is where the book gets really interesting. So Robin is stuck there, handcuffed in the back of this truck, or this van, with all these criminals, and we get this really pretty awesome fight scene where we see the truck weaving back and forth like they're deliberately trying to cause something bad to happen to Robin at this point. Specifically, they said they want to give him a rough ride, is what they say. And so he's fighting in this truck, and they are like weaving back and forth. He actually ends up getting a hold of Batman at this time, and Batman actually ends up stopping the truck with a couple of bat spikes. Batman ends up showing up to save the day, but Robin has basically taken everybody out in this truck. They are just knocked out, knocked senseless, which is a pretty cool thing to see. And we get this weird, interesting standoff between the police and Batman because Robin tells them, hey, they actually killed this guy in cold blood. And the officers are like, hey, what's the difference? He was a bad guy. We just did our job. And Batman's like, no, there's a difference, like, between vigilante work and, like, you just killing somebody. So while the officers, Batman and Robin, are having this weird Mexican standoff, one of the officers ends up shooting and killing the other officer in the situation, and then one of them ends up actually shooting Batman in the back of the head with a shotgun, which very much disorients Batman and makes him incapacitated for most of this issue. And Robin has to use his wits and what he learned trying to drive the old truck with Bruce to basically try to get back to the manor and drive this Batmobile. And so our story basically ends with Vandal Savage holding a press conference and basically saying Batman and Robin are both responsible for the death of this police officer, and they're basically public enemy number 1, and we're going to get them any way we can. All right, so let's take a look at the internal artwork for this book. Where is the... There they are. Let me get to it real fast. Here's your creative team right there. Give them all the love and respect they deserve. But man, this book is top notch. That is for sure. Like, I love the drawings. I love the coloring. I love this little part. It's so subtle with, you know, Tim and Bruce getting ready to learn how to drive the car. It very much humanizes them, but man, the action in this is like top notch. I love all the panel layouts, how it just flows so well. It's very easy to read and understand what's going on. I love all the little details where we see like Robin jumping back and forth through this alleyway. It's just very nice touches in this issue, where we get to probably one of the most awesomest fight scenes I've seen in a book, where we see Robin just fighting in the back of this van. It's very well choreographed, in my opinion. Yeah, awesome artwork, just like issue number 1. It does not disappoint in this area, and a pretty high quality artwork, and you're not going to be disappointed, I feel like. I love the new design of the Batmobile, I have to say. I love the new design of the Batmobile. It's really cool. I didn't notice that it got a new design, but yeah. What did I think of Batman issue number two? Well, it was a fun read. I really like the fact that this predominantly focused on Tim Drake as a character. We haven't gotten that in a long, long time within the DC universe. Ever since Damian Wayne has come along, he has kind of taken over that mantle and kind of ran with it. And Tim has kind of like just been tossed to the wayside, I feel like. And this very much reminds me of the old Robin issues and Robin series from like the 90s, early 2000s that Chuck Dixon wrote. This was a lot of fun. I really liked seeing how Tim was being taught by Bruce on how to drive stick, and he's like, oh, you got to properly learn how to drive before you can learn how to drive the Batmobile. And I love seeing how their interaction and stuff very, very much humanizes him. Damian, still an asshole though, because Damian is just throwing insults left and right and saying, I could do better than that. But I liked how that very much mirrored like kind of what was going on in this issue with Robin, and how it towards the end it kind of came full circle to where Robin had to actually drive the Batmobile in order to save Bruce's life in this situation we got ourselves into. I really like, even though Vandal Savage was not really in this, it's really interesting to see that he is using the police force to do possibly nefarious things. It very much seems reminiscent to the current Team in T-Book at the moment, where in that they are actually being chased in public enemy number one, just like in this book, where like the police force is against them, just like in this the police force are against Batman and Robin. I'm really curious to see how exactly that is going to turn out. My only negative for this, there's only a negative because I really want this and I really want it to come back. I want Matt Fraction to write a Robin series, because we don't have a good Robin series at the moment. I feel like just a Robin solo title. I want a Robin solo title. Like, when I was reading this, I was like, damn, that would be cool if we got a new Robin title just like the Chuck Dixon run, and see where Robin fits into this new thing. But yeah, this was a solid read, very fast-paced, flowed very well, the story did. That was my only nitpick, was I want a Robin series written by Matt Fraction. I'm curious to see how all this is going to tie into the overarching story. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I will talk to you, Mike. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. It helps people find my channel. And see you next time, and make sure to go read some comics and stay safe. My clicker didn't work this time again.